well done, Kyle Anderson. Well, our second game tonight pits former champion Simon Whitlock, another Australian, who beat James Richardson in the first round, up against Alan Norris, who got the better of Mervyn King yesterday. Here's John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the second round of the Unibet European Darts Championship, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, live around the world as we welcome you all to Hasselt, Belgium! Time now, ladies and gentlemen, to meet the players. Would you please welcome the winner of 3 PDC ranking events, Alan "Chuck" Norris!
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you soon. At long last, love has won, and I thank God. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our former world finalist and our former European champion, the Wizard, Simon Whitlock!
And we're going down under now to the commentary box to find John Rawling and a self-styled Wise Owl. Or is that Wise Owl? Alan Warren a little.
Yeah, our Wise Owl, who had a bag full of mash last night as well, whatever that means. He though, I'm sure, will have things to think about this, about Simon Whitlock in particularly, was it? Because he's had a pretty good season, and he's coming into this as, I think, emphatically the favourite.
Yeah, the former European champion is in some fantastic form at the moment. Got to the final of the World Grand Prix, but Alan Norris, well, a very aggressive player. I'm sure we'll see 1 or 2 fist pumps up there on the hockey.
Yep, they're going to be well up for this. The Wizard has got himself back into some sort of shape. He's going back up the rankings. Alan Norris, he's in the top 16 as well, ranked 15th in the world right now. As you see, coming through against Mervyn King in the first round. 3 ranking titles to his name, but Whitlock the favourite for this one. He's been playing well of late.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First race, Alan to throw first. Game on.
Norris with the darts. It's 2-1 career record. Only TV meeting was in the World Grand Prix last year, which Whitlock won 3-2. Last time they played in Barnsley in a Players' Championship back in February. Norris prevailed 6-4.
Yes, it's almost one of those situations where it can all go out the window. And Whitlock fires straight in with a maximum.
Well, he's playing well, isn't he? He's lost a little bit of timber, got himself into better shape. Wearing the old specs as well now. He's got the bins on.
Yeah, he had a look at everything. You know what quality he has had in the past. He just had a look at his game at the whole. And it's certainly paying dividends. He's playing pretty well at the moment. Even those games when you're not playing particularly well, you drag yourself through it, and that's the sign of somebody that's in form, even if they haven't played particularly well on that occasion.
Well, he's cursing the fact there that darts 4 and 6 went into treble 20, Simon Whitlock, which
26.
kind of makes you wonder why he didn't stay there in the first place. But nevertheless, he's in a nice position this in the opening leg.
Fabulous position.
100.
Come out firing.
82. The 9 darts. Norris yet to really hit anything of note.
96. Simon, you require 82.
Well, bullseye would be where he starts here. And he's got it for double 16. Favourite double. Just having to adjust slightly. And he's missed by fractions.
Yeah, lovely bullseye there, wasn't it? Looked all and sundry like he was going to take the leg there. Still got a bit of time though. Norris not yet got himself into the match. Early days.
The Wizard went all the way to the Grand Prix final 3 weeks ago, where he lost out to Darryl Gurney. Double 16 puts him on the winning track here. First one nicely in the bag. And he's come out, as I said, he's come out firing.
Could have been an 11 darter, ended up 13. He'll be pretty happy with that.
Got himself back up to number 11 in the rankings. He's gone above James Wade. He was in the top 4 when he won the title back in 2012 over in Mulheim. They loved him over there, didn't they? Do you remember?
That's
all
right,
the
did, yeah.
German fans coming out in force with their beards and their wigs.
That Where's Wally? It was Where's Simon? They were all over the place.
81.
Not that Simon has a wig, of course. That's all his own. So I'm told.
Well, he's certainly firing in the treble 20s very early in this match. Looking good for Whitlock.
That's his second maximum already.
Well, Norris is a fighter though, isn't he? I've seen it so often.
He's not quite got into gear yet, has he? He's a better player than he's shown us so far, clearly.
You don't want to be too far behind before you do get going. We know it's a long distance. A bit better than that first round, first to 6.
He looks well, doesn't he? Whitlock, he really looks as though he's got some concentration up there, Alan.
Yeah, and a lot of that does come. We have said about him looking at his game and his improvements, but it comes with confidence by getting to the later stages of TV events and playing well, winning Players' Championships.
Well, he needed a bull there,
67.
or a 25.
It's just like any other sport, John. When you're winning, it looks easy. When you don't, you struggle.
He went through a rough phase, didn't he, Simon? He went all the way down to number 17 at one stage in the rankings. Anyway, 54 now for 2-0. Let's concentrate on this for the time being. Tops now. Oh yes, how about that? He's averaging 111. He's 2 up and 2 doubles out of 4.
Yeah, nice and clinical there. Alan Norris really wasn't in the match. All of a sudden hit a 177 to leave a ton, so he was hanging in there, but never got the opportunity.
Alan Norris got to the semis of the UK Open back in March. One ranking event victory this year, Players' Championship in February. Crowds getting into full voice.
22.
Yep, they're warming up.
And keeping their temperature down in the traditional manner. Is that Wayne Rooney in the crowd? Sure not.
30.
He's average up at the moment, Whitlock, but that won't bother him at this moment in time. He wants to keep the momentum going and not let Norris get back in with darts like these.
That's his first maximum. Had a 9-darter last year in the Players' Championship finals, Norris. Touche! Oh, unlucky. Kissed off the barrel.
Well, Norris hit 2 9-darters, didn't he, when he first came over to the PDC?
He did.
In quick succession.
14.
Originally from Yeovil, he lives up in Bowness now. Whitlock down near the south coast, lives in the hinterland of Portsmouth. Waterlooville, I think.
84.
Well, Norris on a bogey number, no check out from 159.
He's still throwing the odd loose dart, but he looks like he's got his game back to what it was in that first round, because it took him a couple of legs to get going here.
Well, if Whitlock gets a big number here, that's a good start and a good follow. How about that? Thought there was 3 in then.
Alan, you require 91.
The pressure on Norris.
Bullseye. So
57.
Whitlock for 3-0, 60. Where he's throwing, you'd take him to get this.
He's got to try and throw it a little bit higher than normal, to the higher bed of the 20. That's okay. Keeps the bed open for tops.
Now then. Now this is an opportunity for Norris. He's got to take this. Has to. Will he go straight at it? Or 2 double 16, I wonder.
Well, he's got some thinking time.
What do
Just
you do, Alan?
focusing.
Straight at it?
I think when you're 2-0 down, you have to. You don't want to be making any mistakes.
Well, he has done. You can't get much nearer.
Oh, yes, you can tell by the look there. 3 on the way. Just going to get it in.
Double 10 for Simon. 3-0. First to 10.
The wizard is casting his spell.
Aye, tough leg, but he ground it out, didn't he?
Well, things go in your direction when you're in good form.
96.
Now that finally got to, talking about his loss of form, Simon Whitlock, that finally got to the Grand Prix final. It's his first TV final since 2013, which I guess would be the final of this in Mulheim.
Which he won.
No, it was 2012 he won.
Oh, you were in the final following year, wasn't he? 2 finals on the trot. Yeah, it just shows you that, I wouldn't say barren years, because he's obviously played reasonably well on occasions in that time period, but just not to the level he was playing at that moment. Premier League at the time as well.
96.
Another break after 5 legs, a reminder. This is the 4th.
83.
And it is vital that Norris, well, he could certainly do with a break of throw, couldn't he? But at the very least, he's got to hold his throw when he gets into the next leg. 5-0, and it'll start to look as though it's well, not all over, but it's a big comeback needed.
Well, he's got that determined look and that frown at the same time. He's trying his heart out up there, just not getting the consistency.
100.
Well, that's a steady ton for Whitlock, putting him on a decent finish.
Well, a single will not leave the finish.
44. Simon, you require 88.
So, 6 darts from here. 88.
What that also does is, if he doesn't hit the treble, he doesn't have to go for the bull route, so he can go for the treble. If he misses it, set it up nicely.
Double 10. Oh, great finish. Brilliant. Great second dart. 4-0. Now, this is an absolute must-hold for Norris.
Apart from that 3rd leg, and a couple of darts at the double, the other 3 legs have been impeccable.
Simon, behind the scenes, has been talking a little bit bullishly, you know, about his chances of making the Premier League next year, and he really feels that he's getting into the sort of form which put him in the world top 4. He thinks it's still there, and he thinks he's playing at that sort of level with darts like that.
I certainly won't argue with that. Certainly the latter part of this year, obviously getting to a major final helps. There's this tournament here, there's a couple more big tournaments coming up, so it's all in his corner.
He's on it here. Is he ever? That's still the 9-darter on, 150 remaining.
Brilliant darts from Whitlock. Outstanding.
All Norris can do is hope. It's looking like 5-0.
Well, I don't think he'll go for 3 bulls.
No, he ain't going to do that.
That would be
He's
unique.
going for 20s. Oh, he's missed it. Well, good effort. He had options there, didn't he, on 150?
Should have gone for 3 balls. I was right.
Alan Evans would have done it. Good dart. Treble 20 now. That's good darts, just keeping a little bit of pressure on there. He's got himself on a finish, so Whitlock maybe just glancing over his shoulder. 5-0 beckons, break after this leg.
He's feeding on bits though, isn't he, Alan Norris?
Well, 170 required. Big ask, but you never know. There's one of them. Not to be.
Disappointment with him, with himself there. Could have just lit up his game.
Would have been a sensational steal if he'd taken that, wouldn't it? Right, Whitlock with his 13th dart. Yes, he is so charged up, and that is as good a session as he could have wished for, averaging over a ton, 5 legs in the bag, and a clean sweep so far. He leads big Alan Norris 5-0. Contrasting emotions as that dart went in for Simon Whitlock. 5-0 ahead, and plenty to think about for Alan Norris, who is not happy at the way things have gone in those first 5 up to the interlude. And Simon Whitlock moving well, moving purposefully, and the way he's throwing at the moment, unless Norris can up his game, he's going to be heading for an early exit. He's only averaging 78, with Whitlock averaging just over 100, and at the moment there's only really one man in it.
Yes, the wizard is magic at the moment. Norris will certainly have to pull out more than one rabbit from the hat to win this one. He's in there again.
What a start! What a start! I'm liking the 2017 style wizard.
Playing fantastic.
60.
Even been working out a bit in the gym, I've heard.
Who is this Jim?
Well,
78.
can't believe you said that. It's working though, whatever he's doing. That's more like it. Maximum number 2 for Alan Norris.
Yeah, we need to see more of that from Norris. We know he's capable, and we know he's not yet got into this match. Still a bit of time, but 5-0 down. It's going to be a tall task.
Whitlock on a finish. Norris needs a treble.
91.
Well, he's managed to find one.
147.
Gives him a squeak of a chance, but Whitlock has first dibs.
Treble 18. Double 18. Ooh.
Valiant efforts. 147 he was looking for. Double 9 remaining. Or 2 double 8 maybe. See what Norris does. That's in. Now bullseye. Oh, just the wrong side of the wire. He moved it.
He needed that. He really needed that. That would have got him going. Not to be.
Couple of 9s for Whitlock for 6-0. Now then. Double 4. Yes, 6-0.
Well, he's not missing the doubles, is he?
Good effort, though, that from Alan Norris. You could say, ultimately, that the steamrollering continues, but he was close.
Well, he's at a maximum in the leg and wired the bullseye for the 170. So he's trying his heart out. It's just up against the magical wizard.
60.
With the darts. Has to hold his throw.
57.
Little stat I heard away in the press room earlier on. You know, that victory earlier on for Daryl Gurney. He's now gone to number 5 in the world rankings. He's gone above Phil Taylor.
Yes, I'm sure Phil will be worried about that one.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't give a... What's a nice way of putting it? I don't think he'll care too much.
No, fair play to Daryl. You know, he's put the hard work in, certainly
59.
towards the end of this season.
Phil would give you that smile, wouldn't he? Say, oh yeah, has he?
Fair play to him, too.
45.
We were talking about possibilities of relative outsiders for the World Championship, which isn't too far away now. We're starting to think about these things. And
95.
Phil Taylor is quoted at 9-1 for that in what's going to be his swan song. Okay, it would be an upset if he were to win it, but my goodness, he's going to be up for it, and the crowd's going to be with him.
I wouldn't particularly say it's an upset. I understand why you said that.
Well, he's got three players who are clearly ranked in betting terms above him.
But as we saw in the match play, it's whether he's really up for it and really goes for it.
He'll be up for it, all right. He will be.
There
up
you
for
go.
it.
So it's probably a bigger navy pink.
No,
With some dodgy first rounders, I can assure you.
Yep. Tops then for Norris. Needs this for his first leg of the match.
57.
And he still needs it.
Just not happening.
Ton 60. Treble 20, treble 20. Can't do it now.
Went for the ball with the last one. No pressure with the scoreline.
Tops again. It's got to happen sooner or later, surely. Oh, it's not doing. He's busted.
No score.
It just shows you there. Threw the last dart away and it went in treble 20.
It's there. 95 starting on the bull. Double 19. Great darts. Great darts. Almost exhibition stuff.
Well, he went for the treble and double on the 19th, hit the single. And the way that Simon throws, you can see the angle of the dart there. Once he got that first one in, he opened the bed up and he followed it beautifully.
81.
Is it going to be a 10-0? Not impossible. Norris will be thinking, for goodness sake, get off this stage with a bit of dignity.
125.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want as a player. Even though you know you've probably lost the match, you've not played well, you certainly don't want a dry rub.
Good darts. Maximum number 5 in the match already for Simon Whitlock.
40.
A dry rub, another Warrener technical term.
Not too technical.
100.
In control on his own throw, down to 140 already after 9 darts.
He's looking good, isn't he? Just in most aspects, even in some legs where he wasn't particularly throwing well, he still looked in control and composed. He knows he's playing well, he knows he's going to get opportunities.
Having to wander around the hockey to try and get himself an opportunity for this treble 20.
60.
He can't find it. Oh, that's the kiddie.
133.
Right,
Simon, you require
80 for 8-0.
Another treble there would have left double 15. Just shows you where he is.
Tops, he's not got a lot to aim at. No,
60.
didn't get terribly close.
68.
Now then, another chance for Norris. He's geeing himself up. Desperately wants the 68 finish. Good start. Double 4. Double 2. Oh, it's just not happening for
Simon,
Norris.
you require 20.
Furious, he's furious. Double 10 Whitlock for 8-0. Not a bad markup. In he goes.
Showing the 8th leg. Simon Whitlock
The hammering goes on.
And when you're in that position as a player, you must be just feeling so despondent. Because one, you know you've not performed, you've not played well, and don't deserve to win the match or be in a good position to win the match. But the chances he's had missed,
140.
there's been quite a few.
Yeah, absolutely.
9 out of 11 on the doubles.
140.
5,000 quid they're playing for here. Guaranteed 15,000 for the winner, 10,000 for the one who goes out.
100.
And still the winner, and it looks for all the world as though it's going to be Simon Whitlock. He's going to have one eye on the trophy and the 100 grand first prize.
131.
That will certainly put him in a very good position for the Premier League. With darts like this, who would bet against it?
130.
130 Norris, it's a good start. Oh, now double five. Oh dear, didn't get too close to that. 121, favoured outcome this.
Oh, he's got a couple of options. Oh, can't do it now.
81.
Good setup though.
5.
Double two for his first leg of the match, and it's still not there. Oh, you can't believe it. I think he's reached the stage where he's almost looking forward to getting off the stage. Double four, a double top rather, I beg your pardon. He's looking at the 8 legs. 9 now. One more, it's all over.
Shake of the head from Alan. Can't believe he's in this position.
None out of 13 on doubles.
Well, yes, even if 2 or 3 of those legs,
140.
you know, he had a lot of darts at the double. Still would have been losing 6-3, but it would have been a different game. May have got himself going then, but it just shows us if you keep missing, it gets harder and harder.
Well, those of you who like a little flutter, I bet you'd have got some colossal odds on Simon Whitlock winning this 10-0.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. I'm sure somebody will let us know.
He was the favourite just on the individual odds, and people were looking at sort of doing little double ups and treble ups. Mansur Suljevic, he'll have his followers. He's coming up a bit later on.
Back upstairs to leave a finish. Needs a 20 at least, yeah.
91.
Well, this would be a good way to go out.
He'll be going for it this time. There'll be no question of the setup here. He'll want to give you the grandstand finish here. That's a good visit from Norris, but now Whitlock. Maximum required for the match. Got the big build-up, and it wasn't quite there.
56.
I'm sure he won't be worried about that at this moment in time.
In absolute complete control.
58. Simon, you require
So 114.
Well, quite often goes down under the Aussie.
Tops now. Got a bit over-enthusiastic with that one.
152.
Yeah, that was a bit of a flyer.
Right, Alan, loosening the shoulders. 152. And then he relaxes, and suddenly it's bang bang. In we go.
Yeah, strange, isn't it? Very strange.
Tops for Whitlock for 10-0. There it is. The game all over. An absolute nightmare for Alan Norris, who can do no more than congratulate Simon Whitlock, who, truth be told, played extremely well, particularly in that opening session when he blitzed Norris, going 5-0 up. Standards just dropped a bit thereafter, but he didn't let Norris back in. And Simon Whitlock can go deep into this tournament. He's through, and he's beaten Alan Norris by a score that few could have anticipated. He's won it 10-0, yes, 10-0.
Well, the World Series of Darts starts a week today in Glasgow. Some tickets are still available for the Braehead Arena. So if you're in the area or you can get there, then make sure you join us up there on Friday night or Saturday or Sunday. Always a good crack down there in the middle of a shopping centre as well, which helps the atmosphere. Rather good. Well, here is a good atmosphere. Simon Whitlock has obliterated Alan Norris in our European Championship second round here. The Wizard of Oz whitewashing Chuck 10-0, an incredible scoreline. So he has reached the quarterfinals here in Belgium. Norris just couldn't find a finish tonight. He had 13 darts at double. He failed to convert any of them. And Simon put away 10 of his 21. He was relentless. And he's downstairs talking to Dan Dawson.
Simon, an emphatic scoreline. Looked very focused from the start of that one.
Yeah, you know, I wasn't happy with my performance yesterday, and I wanted to play a bit better tonight, and I was a lot more focused. So, yeah, I mean, the scoreline's very flattering, but Chuck didn't play that well, to be fair.
In a game like that, are there moments when you just know you have broken your opponent? He's not coming back from this.
Yeah, I knew from an early stage in that match, his head wasn't really there, and I just, you know, it was quite a comfortable win in the end. But yeah, I could see he wasn't fully focused himself.
But you have been involved in games with massive comebacks. You've been on the right side and the wrong side of those, so you know you can't afford to take your foot off the pedal.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I wanted to win 10-0. As soon as I got to 5, I thought, right, he can do 10 now, and I did somehow.
You've won this tournament before. You are through to the quarterfinals. We don't know who you're facing just yet, but you know it is going to be a very tough examination, whoever you face.
Yeah, I don't even know who's next. It might be Michael, I think.
Yeah, it's either Michael Van Gerwen or Ian White.
Right, yeah, okay, right. I wasn't 100% on that. I don't really look at the draw, but, you know, just one game at a time, one leg at a time, one shot at a time. You've got to break it down into little bits.
If it is the world #1 and the defending champion, he doesn't hold any fear for you, does he?
No, I mean, about this time last year he beat me 10-0, but I actually played well, so, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, I got no expectations. I'm just going to play my game and try and do my best. But, you know, I believe I can win every single match I play.
The Wizards back in form into the quarterfinals. Congratulations, Simon.
Cheers, Dan. Thank you.
Yeah, Simon Whitlock.